to the Upper School Awards Assembly. For those of you that are new to our school or for ninth graders, this is an annual tradition we normally have at the end of the year. It's our last assembly together. And at this time, we normally will recognize underclassmen, usually juniors, for some awards related to Latin and science and some book awards. And you'll hear about those later. We recognize some athletes. We distribute yearbooks, and then we have what's called the Lori Lindrum Award, which is an award that really goes to a junior who we think really models and exemplifies the values of a former student who was killed in an automobile accident. So I'll get to that shortly. But it's a great celebratory time normally because we're together in our chapel and really celebrating the year. Usually it's the week before finals. And we have one more week left, students. 1 week. Faculty. I am extremely proud of the way you all have worked and responded to this COVID-19 pandemic and the job you did in really a very short amount of time, adjusting to a completely different way of teaching and learning that we did not anticipate, even mid-February. Come together close to spring break and make the adjustment that you did. Courage and a lot of effort and hard work, and some of you have been extremely successful and really enjoy this way of learning, and some of you it's taken a little while to get those systems down and figure out the best way to tackle this. I just asked that for the remaining week, like I said earlier this week, make sure you check in with your classes, follow the schedule. You don't have traditional lengthy final exams, but you might have some activities due and some papers due and things like that. Make sure you take the time in the schedule, each block of class time, and use that to actually work. Again, if you look at next week and you wait till the last day to turn everything, you're going to feel overwhelmed and a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress about this. So work at it each and every day. It is still school. It's not time to not go to school. And that's been the real challenge of digital learning, I think, is when we feel like we really don't have classes and you don't really have to attend and do some things until you absolutely do. It's going to feel different than for those who really tackle it by day and follow the schedule and the work during that time. So also next week is kind of final exams, if you will. We're done on the 21st. Seniors are going to have a little celebration late that afternoon on Thursday the 21st, but the following week, after Memorial Day, that'd be the 26th to the 29th. That is a week that's really designed for you to get caught up on, turn things in, connect with a teacher, connect in a small group, whatever you do to finish to go for the summer and be done. That time is for. And then as I said earlier this week as well, that Wednesday, they are designated for 9th, 10th, and 11th graders each day, one grade level at a time, to come in and pick up yearbooks, to drop off iPads, case boards, books, materials, things along those lines. You'll turn those in maybe a paper bag or something with your name on it, and then we'll give you a yearbook. And if you need to run into school to grab an instrument or something along those lines, you'll just let somebody know, and we'll make sure to do that safely. So with that, I think let's get to our awards, and then I'll come back to present our final award to one junior, and then we'll wrap things up. So we'll see you in a bit.
Hello, MA. I am Miss Summer, and I'm here to announce the Junior Book Awards. The Harvard Book Award acknowledges a junior who demonstrates academic excellence and outstanding character combined with achievement in extracurricular activities. For her dedication to English not only in her junior year but throughout her high school career, this year's recipient is Annika Kurel. The Yale Book Award recognizes a junior who demonstrates outstanding personal character and intellectual promise. A model of intellectual courage and superb writing, this year's recipient is Andrew Hall. The George Washington University Book Award acknowledges a junior who embodies the GW drive and spirit, specifically with their academic excellence, leadership outside of the classroom, diversity of thought, and ability to put knowledge into action. This year's award goes to Elliot Wyckoff, who served as a page in the state legislature this school year. The Wellesley Book Award recognizes a woman of the junior class for her academic achievement and leadership in extracurricular activities. This year's recipient is Nora Tomey for her excellence in a wide variety of activities. The Gordon Book Award recognizes a current junior who exhibits excellent academic achievement, strong leadership potential, and a commitment to Christ-honoring service for the common good. For her kindness, generosity, and optimism, This year's recipient is Heibi Hidalgo Blanco. And finally, the Dartmouth Book Award recognizes a student who demonstrates leadership within the classroom as well as throughout the community and strong personal character. For his very quiet but influential leadership, this year's award goes to Chris Olson. Although only 6 students receive awards today, I commend all the juniors. You have been such a great class to teach, and I will sincerely miss you next year. Thank you.
The Bausch & Lomb Honorary Science Award is given in recognition of high achievement in science and positive contributions in the classroom, in the school community, and beyond. This year's recipient has made contributions well beyond the community into outer space. For his proactive innovation and enthusiasm for all things science, our recipient of the Bausch & Lomb Honorary Science Award this year is Charlie Olson. Congratulations, Charlie.
Last March, just before what would have been our Cultural Field Experience Week, Latin students at Minnehaha Academy took the National Latin Exam. They joined around 80,000 students from around the world who also took this exam. Today, I'd like to recognize students who did exceptionally well and present them with a virtual award. Now, I don't have the actual awards yet. They'll be sent to me this summer, and I will get to them to you at the beginning of next school year. The following students did an excellent job and should be commended for their effort. Starting with our cum laude certificates. In level 2, we had 2 cum laude certificate recipients, Victoria Hoekstra and David John. In level 3, we had 1 cum laude certificate recipient, Zeke Daniel. Excellent job, guys. Moving up a notch to the magna cum laude certificates. In level 2, we had 2 recipients, Simon Pullman and Lincoln Reichenau. In level 3, Isaac Kostecki was awarded a magna cum laude certificate. And in level 4, Tim Seams, Leah Wasson, Chris Olson, and Jordan Bates all got magna cum laude certificates. Well done. Now moving on to our maxima cum laude certificates and silver medal winners. In level 2, we had several silver medalists. Owen Hagedorn, Lars Ramgren, Ellie Novak, Benji Kakeritz, Owen Hoffner, and Jeffrey Shawns. Excellent. And in level 4, we also had a silver medal recipient, and that's Annika Corral. Well done. Moving on finally to our gold medalists and summa cum laude certificate winners. In level 2, we had 2 gold medalists, Grace Cassabaum and Gabriel King. And in level 4, we had 1 gold medalist, Alexis Stanley, and this happens to be her 4th gold medal, which means she is going to be the recipient of the Oxford Classical Dictionary as well, which is a huge honor. In level 5, 3 gold medalists. We had Sophie King, Clara Stein, and Andrew Karpenko. Andrew and Clara, since they got gold medals as seniors, they are eligible to apply for scholarships provided they continue to study Latin or Greek in college. These students, all Latin students, did an exceptional job. These Latin students who won awards, I'm especially proud of you. Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work. I miss you all.
Bonjour. En reconnaissance de l'accomplissement au niveau intermédiaire en français, j'ai le grand honneur de présenter ces certifications suivantes. Hello. In recognition of achievement at the intermediate level in French, I have the great honor of presenting the following certificates from the Minnesota Department of Education. According to Minnesota state law, these certificates make the recipients eligible for up to a year or 2 semesters worth of credit at Minnesota state colleges. In 9th grade, Miss Avery Lessard. In 10th grade, Miss Claire Fortier. Julia Harris. Ava Knight. Josh St. Andrew. Max Yepes. In 11th grade, Alexis Jacoby. Ethan Lassard. Félicitations à tous et à toutes. Congratulations to all of you.
It's our tradition to present the Director's Award for Band each year at our final spring concert. This award is in recognition of outstanding musicianship, leadership, and citizenship during the first year in the Minnehaha Academy Band program. This means that the recipient of the award is not only an excellent musician, but they go above and beyond, contributing to the band in other significant ways. There were multiple members of the concert band that are deserving of this award this year, as we had many students participate in extra ensembles and honor bands, and serve the band very well on a daily basis. But in the end, it was one act that really stood out above the rest. You see, it's been a few years since we've had a tuba in the band at the upper school, and the tuba is the foundation for a band, especially the brass section. So this student approached me one day and asked if he could learn the baritone, and I said, well, it would actually serve the band better if you learned to play the tuba. And his response, okay, I can do that. And it's that type of attitude, being willing to learn a brand new instrument to really serve the needs of the band, that really is what this award is all about. And so I can tell you he has been working really hard, and he sounds like he's been playing the tuba for many years, not just a few months. I'm proud to present this year's Director's Award for Band to Jeffrey Scrontz. Congratulations, Jeffrey.
Hello everyone. Each year I get to give the Director's Award for Chorus to one male and one female singer in recognition of outstanding musicianship, leadership, and citizenship in their first year in the choral program. This year's recipients came to class every day with great focus and musical curiosity. Both award winners are very strong vocalists and overall musicians. They were leaders in class in the way they daily invested in rehearsal and consistently modeled humility and hard work. In addition, they pursued musical opportunities outside of class as a way to develop their God-given talents. It's my pleasure to give this year's Director's Award for Chorus to Abby Tyson and Prince Aligbe. Each year, hundreds of singers from across the state audition for all-state choir, and selection into one of the ensembles is considered the highest achievement for a high school choral musician. The highly competitive selection process is based on a recorded audition, which includes a solo, scales, and technical excerpt. This year, MA had one student who achieved this accomplishment, and it is my pleasure to congratulate Josh St. Andrew. The Carlson Frickman Award is given each year to a junior student who demonstrated leadership and achievement in the Performing Arts Department. Each year, this honor recognizes a student who has excelled in a number of different areas and has had a positive impact on the performing arts at MA during their first 3 years at the upper school. This year's recipient has been an integral part of the theater and choir program for 3 years. Our resident Renaissance man, this student has endless ideas, enthusiasm, and unparalleled follow-through. Beyond his resume of choral and theatrical achievements, leading man, madrigal singer, section leader, student director, what truly makes this student unique is his passion for the creative process and his commitment to high-quality work. He is able to innovate, lead, and motivate his peers to create high-level productions, such as when he co-directed and co-produced 2 one-act plays for the Student Showcase. Very team-oriented, he's been known to organize and execute the encouragement board backstage during productions.
He has put in extra hours making posters and shirt designs or promotional videos to help publicize various productions. He'll create a show ho ho down choir game day for Christmas, or most recently last week via Google Meets, so choir members could laugh and enjoy time together. This person is super energetic, creative, and generous with his time and talents. It's my great pleasure to recognize and thank Zach Anderson.
Hawks, my name is Josh Thurrow, and I have the honor to be the athletic director here at Minnehaha Academy. I'm often asked, how do we, as a school of our size with around 350 high school students, support 27 varsity sports? When I'm asked that question, I take the time to brag about you, our students who are willing to try and do anything and want to be a part of a team. We have so many of you who are multi-sport athletes. We don't have a lot that just focus on one individual sport. You do what you can to make Minnehaha athletics great in the fall, winter, and spring, and we appreciate you. On behalf of the IMAC conference that we participate in, I'm proud to give silver awards to athletes who play 3 sports but maybe have 1 or 2 or 3 that aren't at the varsity level, and gold pin awards who go to athletes who play all 3 seasons at the varsity level. We're very proud of each and every one of our Red Hawk athletes. Thank you for being a Red Hawk.
Hey, congratulations, students, on your awards and for being recognized for all of your hard work. And thank you, Mrs. Beck, Mrs. Whaley, Mrs. Summer, and Mr. Thurrow for your presentations. I appreciate that. A few more things that we typically do at the end of this final assembly. The first is our Lori Lynn Drummond Award. And I'm going to read what the award is and then recognize our junior. The Lori Lynn Drummond Award is given each year in memory of Lori Lynn Drummond, a member of the class of 1986, who was killed in an automobile accident while a student at Minnehaha Academy. The award and the scholarship to be applied to her tuition were set up by her parents in honor of their daughter and have been given out every year since 1987. The award is given to a junior student who, in addition to working to the best of his or her academic ability and making conscientious progress toward graduation, has made a significant contribution to the overall life and spirit of the upper school community. The recipient of this award is considered to be a student who epitomizes the spirit and core values of Minnehaha Academy. The name of this student will be added to a plaque that hangs in my office, and he or she will also receive a scholarship award in the amount of $500 to be applied to her tuition next year. This year's recipient is Rebecca Skewers. So Rebecca, thank you so much. Congratulations. I think your peers and faculty and staff recognize your contributions to our school community. You're empathetic and you always think of other people, especially in difficult times, and you've reached out during this time for people, and it's not a surprise that you're recognized for this award, so congratulations to you. Okay, a few more announcements so you're aware of what's happening. Number one is we have 4 faculty leaving at the end of the school year, and so I want to make sure that you're aware of those, and you can reach out if you'd like to and say hello or thank you, whatever it might be. The first person that many of you are aware of is Mr. Enderton. So Rich Enderton in math is going to be retiring. He has spent his entire career with students and teaching mathematics, among other things, and we're going to certainly miss him. Mr. Enderton, you're a big part of our culture in so many different ways. But most importantly, you've been passionate about kids and young people and mathematics, and really challenging them to learn more about themselves and about math and to prepare for life beyond Minnehaha Academy. And you've inspired a lot of people over the years, and students certainly recognize that as well. So congratulations to you, and we're going to miss you. And then we have 3 faculty leaving us at the end of this year, and I think all of them are really related to what's gone on the past several weeks, which has really made all of us think about life and priorities and what's important to us. And I think these people are leaving because they see opportunities to be with their families more and support their spouses, or they want to try a different career area, or they want to travel, or maybe use some different skills in different ways. And that's certainly the case with all 3 of these people. So 3 more faculty leaving us are Seth Johnson, Mr. Johnson in English, Stephanie Summer, Mrs. Summer in English 11, and then Jenna Kirkwood. Mrs. Kirkwood's in our Spanish department, and all 3 of them will be leaving at the end of the school year, and certainly we thank you all for your efforts. You've been through one of the most difficult times in Minnehaha Academy's history, and you have thrived and been there for your students and have done an excellent job in the classroom, and we thank you all so much for your efforts. 2 more things quick for you as well. Next week, again, a reminder that after finals week, after Memorial Day, that's where we're going to have our student exchanges, where you come in and bring in Minnehaha Academy owned materials, and then we will give you your yearbook and some other things. So we want you to come on the day designated to your class, and I will make sure to get that information out to you once again, as I mentioned earlier this week. And then finally, I guess I just want to thank you all. This is my last assembly as principal at the upper school, and I thank you all so much for everything you've meant to me in my life, personally and professionally. We all, including you students, we all invest a lot of time in this experience that we call high school. A lot of stuff happens. It's a busy time, and we've had an incredible run the last 3-4 years, and I am incredibly grateful for this community. And thankfully, I'm not leaving Minnehaha Academy. I'm just moving up the road a little bit, and I'll still be spending quite a bit of time in the upper school in meetings and doing other things. And certainly I'll be a fan of our teams and continue to come to music events and support you and your good work. But I love you all, and I thank you so much for not just a great year this year, but everything you've meant to me and my wife. And it's been a proud 5 years to be at Minnehaha Academy. I look forward to continuing that tradition down at the South Campus. And thank you all so much for everything you've done. You mean a lot to me. I think that's it. I think we're ready to rock and roll and have a great finals week next week, and get your work done and work hard. And then you'll have the following week after Memorial Day to turn things in and turn in more work and meet with your teachers if you need to, and really finish the school year on a strong note. So thank you all for your efforts. God bless you, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.